not only is it her brother, he is mine.
Your fiancé.
That's right, he's my fiancé, and we're getting married tomorrow, okay? And I just want to make sure that Tomas gets back here safe and sound in time to say our vows.
I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. There isn't going to be any wedding.
Well, very well. If you want to dispense with the usual pleasantries.
You call naked threats pleasantries?
You're obviously pressed for time, so out with it. What do you want?
I need some information about a former associate of yours, Faison.
I'm sorry, Anna. If you think I'm pressuring you, then I've changed more than I realized.
God, now you're doing everything you can not to pressure me.
Oh, good. You noticed that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I do.
The more I think about it, and I've thought about everything you said, you're right. We should take it slowly. We need to take some time. We need to relearn how to be together.
Yeah.
I mean, we've waited long enough. Why can't we wait just a little bit longer? I just don't want to run the risk of losing you.
There's no risk.
And I don't want to sound pushy.
You, pushy.
We belong together. You and I. I know that in my heart and in my soul. And if not today, and if not tomorrow, then sometime soon, we're going to be together. Without end.
That's very poetic. Very Scottish.
Good. Because I have a plan.
You have a plan?
To win you back.
Oh, there isn't any competition.
Of course there is, Anna. There's competition. I'm competing with myself. I'm competing with the man you fell in love with 20 years ago. And if I remember correctly, he was a pretty crafty bastard.
Yeah, he was.
He still is. I mean, I think I might have to have a word with him and appropriate some of the old me tactics.
Such as?
Such as, let's get out of here. Let's leave Port Charles.
Oh, I can't leave. I've got so much work.
I'm only talking about a few days.
I know I bury myself in my job.
I wouldn't interfere with that, Anna. But think about how much fun you had the last time you took a break on Halloween.
Oh, God, that's the last time I took a break? Really?
You need a holiday. Come away with me, just you and I. Let's go somewhere isolated, away from everything and everyone.
Why are you showing me this? What could you possibly want to know about Faison now? He's been dead for ages.
Has he?
Well, he went up in flames when his boat exploded on the lake.
You know, funny thing. I was involved in a similar situation. Terrible explosion out in the open ocean. On board, I was with Anna, Faison, myself, all on open deck. We should never have survived. But we did.
And you think that Faison survived again?
With your help.
And if I were involved in this resurrection, why would I tell you? What's in this for me?
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this a joke?
This isn't a joke. I'm having a baby.
You're pregnant?
What do you think happened? I went out and got knocked up by the first guy who could match his shoes to his belt.
Oh, okay, first you say you're having a baby, and then you say you're not pregnant. So, I mean, which is it? I kind of like an explanation, is all.
I'm not pregnant at this exact moment, but I soon will be.
Okay, well, I mean, whom have you chosen to sire this sweet one?
Actually, he chose me. And his name is Dante Falconeri.
Next way, we'll stop Maxie from, falling out of line. It's a good plan. Very good plan.
Yes, on paper. It would keep Maxie in check.
Mm-hmm.
And we would know that she is well fed and well rested and carrying our child in the healthiest possible way.
I actually don't think there is a downside.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I supervise Maxie all day before going to the Haunted Star at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then you work all day before spending your evenings with Maxie. So when is there quality time for us?
You and me, we see each other, then we go to bed, and then we have quality time.
I'm serious, though. It's going to be hard enough when we have a kid that hasn't been born yet and doesn't exist. I just don't want to squander the next 9 or so months that we have left.
Wow. Who said anything about squandering?
You're having Detective Falconeri's baby?
Technically, I just have to have it and carry it around for 9 months, but how hard can that really be?
Oh, so you'll be their surrogate?
Yeah. Dante and Lulu really wanted to start a family, but they were having some problems, and I volunteered. It took some convincing on my part, but you are now looking at their new surrogate mother. Talk about karma jackpot, right? I would really like your blessing, or at least your support.
I'm sorry, forgive our stunned silence. It's surprising news.
But good news, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
There's not going to be a wedding? What a shame.
What do you mean there's not going to be a wedding here? You can't just barge in here and turn my life upside down.
I'm afraid the agency can do just that. As Agent Delgado is now out of the country, he will be unable to attend the wedding.
He left the agency 9 years ago.
The agency has seen fit to recall him to active duty.
Oh, that's impossible.
Yeah, he just texted me, and he said he was 5 minutes away.
That was me.
Why would you text me and say you were picking up flowers that were
Blair,
as beautiful
if you want
as
flowers,
me?
I'm sure Agent King would be more than happy to stop at a gas station.
Okay, listen, he didn't want anything to do with that life. He said that nothing could drag him back.
There's been a development in an old case. Agent Delgado is uniquely familiar with the background and was chosen to join the investigation. I'm not authorized to say anything else.
Is that because this Tomas isn't a Delgado? He's really an Alcazar?
All right, agent, since you're dispensing out information, why don't you give us some information we can use? What's this man's real name?
That is how we squander our time together.
Works for me.
Oh, that's good, because until this baby that doesn't exist does exist, I plan on doing that a lot. What?
So I wake up, I get ready for my day, I go meet up with Maxie, I hang out with her until your shift ends.
So far, so good.
And then you take over and you listen to Maxie talk nonstop about things that you couldn't even possibly care about for days.
I will pretend to be undercover and that I'm really, really interested in fashion.
Oh, yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
So then we get together
Yeah.
and we come home and we squander.
Well, if we squander the way we just squandered, I don't really see what the problem is.
Well, what happens when we're at home squandering and sleeping? What about Maxie?
Maxie's sleeping too.
I don't know. Have you met Maxie? She stays up all night, painting her nails, doing online shopping, generally living as a college freshman.
Weird. Well, maybe she'll change her behavior a little bit when she's pregnant.
Do you want to take that chance?
Look, Maxie is an adult. We can't exactly monitor her actions every day and all night.
We can if she lives with us.
I think it's wonderful, Maxie. Oh, Damien may have his reservations, but as far as I'm concerned, you are to be commended.
I am.
Absolutely. Every day at work, I see so many parents who are experiencing difficulty conceiving. The turmoil and anguish that they endure while undergoing countless procedures and therapies, it's heartrending. And what you're doing is a mitzvah.
You're comparing me having a baby to a Passover cracker?
Well, a mitzvah is a blessing. And it's completely the opposite of being selfish.
It is. Really?
You know, I'm really glad I was wrong about you. Well, not entirely wrong. I mean, you did try to steal my boyfriend from me, but look at you now. Stalwart in the face of Damien's rejection and prepared to make a great sacrifice for people that you clearly and truly love. Oh, how can that not be wonderful?
Wonderful in theory. I mean, I don't think it's unwarranted to point out that this situation is fraught with emotional peril and unforeseen circumstances. Maxie, I don't want you to get in over your head.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you.
How can I not
Because it's
worry?
none of your business.
Let's make a deal. What's it going to take for you to tell me what I need to know?
A simple quid pro quo. If you want to know what I know about Faison, you'll tell me why you need this information so badly.
Okay. Settle in. It's a bumpy ride and a twisted tale.
I thought we just agreed to take things slow. How is going away on a vacation together slow?
Separate rooms. That's pretty slow.
Yeah, separate rooms. Where?
In the mountains. I mean, it's pretty close by. An isolated cottage. Bottom of the mountain. You and I. Skiing together. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. I remember lounging in front of the fire with you.
It's not so far away. The weather forecast says it's going to snow. You can have all the firewood that you want. And we can ski in Sylvan Mountain.
Sylvan Mountain? We always used to go to Hurley Mountain. Don't you remember?
I don't know what you two ladies are referring to.
Really? So you're an agent with the CIA and you have never heard of Lorenzo Alcazar or his brother Luis, two of the biggest arms dealers in the world?
I am not familiar with any Alcazar, living or dead. As for your brother, the details of his dossier are classified.
Really? But you can show up here and tell us all that he's going on some mysterious mission.
Okay, do you have any idea who you're pissing off here? My aunt is Senator Dorian Lord.
Not the Wicked Witch of the Senate Intelligence Committee.
Exactly.
Dorian's on an intelligence committee?
And we both know the power she wields in D.C. right now, so I suggest you kind of tell us everything that's going on. Otherwise, you're going to be stationed in Greenland quicker than you can pack your long johns, buddy.
I have my orders. If your aunt has a problem with it, she can speak to my superior. I've said all I can. Good night.
Amazing. Really, everything that I've been through with Lila Ray. My brother is being deployed to some...
Well, this day just sucks. And Blair, I am so sorry.
I'm not. But after I'm finished with you, you will be.